Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to be with you this morning. It's a beautiful day here in Arlington. A little overcast. Looks like we might get a little more rain. That'd be good. There is a wrestling match going on at the Bird Feeder this morning as they try and fight for the one spot that has some food left in it. This morning, I'm drinking a little more Highlander grog. It's a good day. Given our topic, I probably should have started today by saying, "Good morning," or some great wrestling pose. I remember watching All Star Wrestling as a kid. Crusher, Doctor X, the Gagne brothers, all those guys. It was great fun to watch All Star Wrestling. And the other day, I met a wrestling fan, probably one of the biggest wrestling fans I've ever met in my life. Jeremy loves to watch wrestling. In fact, he watches wrestling almost all day because he just loves to watch wrestling. And Jeremy's got good taste in wrestling. The wrestling today, not so much. But the older wrestling, the good old all-star wrestling from the 70s and 80s. Now that was real wrestling. I mean, that's the stuff he likes. So as I'm having a conversation with Jeremy, it was the first time I met him. I'm trying to connect with him, and I'm trying to think, okay, wrestling. What can we talk about wrestling? And so we talked about some of the big stars of former wrestling days, and but then I thought, how can I tie wrestling into faith? Well, there's a couple simple ways. First of all, there was a great wrestling match in the Old Testament. We're not going to talk about that today. And if you know who that was, you send me a note or add it in the comments here who it was that had the big wrestling tournament in the Old Testament. But today we're talking about the battle. And so we were talking about wrestlers. And I said, oh, I know the best wrestler of all. It's Jesus. Jesus has wrestled with the forces of evil and of hell itself, and he's won. He's come out victorious. And in fact, Paul describes this battle that we have in Ephesians. He tells us to put on this armor of God so that we can stand against the wiles of the devil. And then listen to what he says, Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this age, and against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Well, I guess we're all doing a little wrestling. But the champion wrestler, that would be Jesus. He has wrestled death to the ground, and he has overcome and given us the victory. And now he equips us, he empowers us to do that same wrestling. But we need to recognize that often today, people get confused about this wrestling that needs to happen, and we start wrestling with one another. We start looking at each other as the enemy. Well, that's just not true. Our enemy is not one another. Our enemy are those forces of evil in the world. It's those things that are contrary to the word of God. Those are the things that we wrestle against, not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, rulers of the dark age, spiritual hosts. That's where the real battle takes place. And that's where it's good to have a wrestling champ in our corner. So to all you wrestling fans out there, I think we need to get a new shirt that has the champion of all time. We need to get him one of those, belt buckles that's the size of a hubcap, that's got that big wide belt. We need to get one of those that says, Jesus, victor of all times, and hang it up on our wall as a souvenir, a collectible of wrestling. So there's a lot we can learn. In fact, I don't think Jeremy even knows it, but I think he's watching wrestling for those battles that are going on all around him. I think he might be more aware of it than most. So I pray that in your battle today, your coffee does you well, your Diet Coke, your tea, whatever it is you're drinking today. I hope you have a good day, and I hope that you take strength in the battle. that you don't grow weary in the battle, for we have one who fights on our behalf, and that is Jesus Christ, the Lord of Sabaoth, right? The host of heaven he directs for our cause, for our battle. So go ahead, let's watch a little all-star wrestling and get ready for the big battle that's waging all around us. Well, it's a short one today, but hey, it's a good one, and it will make your day. Well, there you have it. Now you know why I never went into all-star wrestling. Well, that together with the fact that I really don't like pain. So, well, we'll see you. See you soon, Jeremy. Bye.